Welcome, low ego action heroes. This is Debbie Levitt from Delta CX. We're a full service CX and UX agency, and today is episode 110, where I'm going to take a look at 22 bootcamp degree and courses that you have all been sending me for weeks and give you my quick opinion. I should also mention quickly that my neighbor has just decided to weed whack right outside my window, so I apologize if there's some background noise. And other than that, we are going to jump right in because we have a lot to cover and we're probably going to run late. So I'm going to start with a slide I recently wrote and delivered at a UXPA event. And then I'm going to do a disclaimer to talk about what I'm doing and not doing today. And then we're going to jump right in. So the slide takes me about, I would say 4 minutes to go through. So let's start with that. Yeah, there we go. You can see, yeah, you're looking at my slide. Super. So I want to start with this because ultimately this could be the only time we do a show like this because you will know enough to be able to do this yourself. Am I too big? No, I'm the right size. Just checking. Okay, so here are the steps that anybody can take to research and assess an online course, bootcamp, or university degree. Let's start with the easier steps, since if the program doesn't pass the easy steps, we don't have to bother with the hard steps. If a program doesn't pass one of these steps, I'd walk away. Look for obvious lies and statistical manipulations. Does the website claim that UX is badly in need and companies can't fill the jobs they have? That hasn't been true for years. With many jobs getting 200 to over 1,000 applications, companies are not having trouble finding candidates. What about other statistics that seem unlikely to be true, like 92% of graduates got a job within 6 months? How about you will make $80,000 to $100,000? That won't be true until you're senior or higher. Like the laws of supply and demand, the flood of people looking for UX jobs. Okay. We got Deanna floating by. I'm not watching the chat room right now. Here we go, chat room. So I was saying the flood of UX people looking for UX jobs has pushed salaries down. So I can't tell you when you're going to earn 6 figures in UX. Let's see. Next. Sorry, I guess I can't run the chat and this because this is full screen. Step 2. How does the school build the bridge between learning and getting that first job? What's the point of paying for a program claiming to make you job ready if you don't end up job ready? What's the point of going to a school if they're going to tell you you still need to learn more to get a job, and why not go freelance? And check the fine print. Freelancing can invalidate your money-back guarantee. So check if the school telling you to freelance is the same school that will invalidate your job guarantee refund if you go freelance. It's not enough anymore to learn something for a few weeks and start applying for jobs. Workplaces need more than a few weeks of experience for nearly every job. Most jobs now want at least a year of experience. If a program doesn't have a direct link to a real apprenticeship program at a real company where you get real coaching, mentoring, and help, then what's the point? Why overpay for info you can learn inexpensively or for free? If there isn't a clear bridge to an apprenticeship or first job, walk away. Step 3. Who are the instructors, tutors, mentors, and anybody who will teach or judge your work? This one will knock out nearly every bootcamp and program immediately. Find where the website tells you who these people are. Oh, it's not on the website? Of course it's not. If you're interested in the program, ask the names of the instructors, mentors, and tutors who will be teaching you or reviewing your work. If they don't have that or they can't give it to you, cross them off your list. If you do get the names of people, go to LinkedIn and check them out. Here's what you're looking for. How far ahead of your career path are they? Many schools offer instructors, mentors, and tutors who have never worked in UX before. I'm serious. They're recent grads of the same program, or they recently got a bachelor's or master's in UX but haven't had a real job yet. Anything in life worth learning should be learned from experts. Do not fall for any propaganda that makes it sound like you want to learn from peers or people like you. This is a sales tactic to distract you from the fact that the school didn't hire experts to teach or coach you. Walk away from any program that seems to look down on people with experience or education. Next, you have to check how long they've worked in CX or UX and in what ways. This is not so easy since many people working at boot camps have ambiguous LinkedIn profiles. They might list a job as UX UI, but you have no idea how much real UX work they did if they don't describe the job. You're looking for years, and I mean years, preferably 5 or more, specifically working in whatever they're teaching. Are they teaching UX research? Then you're looking for at least 5 years doing research. Are they teaching information architecture and interaction design? Then you are looking for jobs on their LinkedIn that focused on those specialties for at least 5 years. Chat room, is the weed whacking annoying? Let me know. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to go through this slide, do a disclaimer, and we'll get started. So still on the slide, printed out my notes today. Remember, you're looking for someone with at least 5 years. Remember, you can't teach college without having a master's degree. So you are supposed to be good at this stuff, but sometimes these schools are hiring people who got a master's and then started teaching. So they haven't even worked in it in some cases. Jobs that say visual designer, graphic designer, or creative director on someone's LinkedIn aren't UX jobs. Some schools tell you your instructor has years or decades of experience in design. Remember that design can be pretty much anything. They might have made posters or business cards or did grunt work at an agency. UX is about finding problems and solving problems. You're looking for the people teaching or coaching you to have years of experience in this. You expect plumbing school to be taught by an expert plumber, not by an electrician who sometimes fixes toilets. All of these steps are true even for university programs. I've seen university degree courses, looked up the professor on LinkedIn, and found they had 2 years of UX experience. Newbies make good friends, and they can tell you how they got their first job, but they're probably not the right people to teach you a craft that takes years to get good at. If the program relies on peer coaching, peer feedback, or peer grading of projects, Google's Coursera course, walk away. You're spending time and money to learn from experts. You want your work checked by experts. Fellow newbies still learning and guessing are not the right people to grade your project or review your work. If you're a student, you're not qualified to tell other students where their observational research plan could be improved. Boot camps only do this because it's cheap and easy, not because it's a great pedagogical approach. Run away from a school that just wants students to try to figure it out amongst themselves and guess together. Step 4. Find out from the program how you will practice what you will learn. How many projects will you do in this course? Are any of these for real clients? Or are these fake or sample projects? Sample projects can be good for practice and learning, but nothing beats learning on real projects. How often will your highly qualified mentors, coaches, or tutors be giving you feedback on your work? Many programs give you feedback at the end, when it's too late to learn from mistakes and improve your work. Some programs give you a little bit of coaching once a month. I believe that people who are learning need 1 to 2 hours per week individually of tough love feedback telling you what you did wrong and how to improve. I know that such a program might not exist. So what will they give you? And see step 3 for who's going to give it to you. That might make you walk away. Are you doing any solo projects? Team projects can seem fun, but when I look at your portfolio and the project was done by you, Sam, Nehal, Alessio, and Katarina, who did the good work? Who did the bad work? How can I decide to interview you when I'm not sure which work is yours and which work was done by someone else? Solo projects solve this problem. The work is all yours, and I can decide if I want to interview you because I've seen your work. Here's one that will knock out just about every program on the planet. Do you advance in the course if you're not getting the current topic right? If you are really messing up the unit on UX research, you're guessing badly at your tasks, and your results and outcomes don't match your research goals, does anybody demand that you try this again before moving to the next topic? Or does everybody get a check mark for trying and we all move on? Most forms of education move people on no matter how bad their work was. But if you care about being job ready, then you want to be told to stop and start over if you're really doing that badly. Is anyone complaining about the weed whacking? Okay, just checking. Step 5 is the hardest step, but one we're going to try to do a little bit together today. If the school has passed everything else, this one is important. Check the curriculum. What are they teaching? Does it look mostly like design thinking or design sprints? You can learn those anywhere for free. You don't have to pay hundreds or thousands of dollars to learn something that isn't a UX process. Yes, design thinking and design sprints aren't a UX process. Check the rest of the YouTube channel for more on that. If this school is teaching trendy things, but not the approaches and techniques that mostly haven't changed in 30 years or more, what will you be able to do when today's trends go out of style? You'd go out of style with them, and that's not good. So check that curriculum. When it says you'll be learning the foundations of UX, what are they teaching? Can you tell from the website? That's good information to know. A content strategist would know to put that information in there. If the curriculum lacks detail, they're assuming you have low standards and you will buy anything that says, "We teach UX foundations." If you have CX or UX in your blood, start using that now and ask for the details of exactly what you're learning. If it says you'll learn the UX process, what do they mean by that? Some people say that's design thinking and fast workshops we can run in a week. I would say that's full user-centered or human-centered design done with science, technique, and proficiency. Don't assume you'll be taught the right things. Ask for more information. If they don't have it or try to distract you from wanting that, walk away. This step is hard because you don't even know what to look for. You don't even know what you don't even know. And the schools know that they can sell you anything. So here we go. That's my notes on this slide. Let's shift back to me. Where's my merge button? Merge. So let's shift back to me for a quick moment. The weed whacking is happening now. And I'm going to give you a disclaimer about what we're going to talk about today. So first of all, you've sent me 22 schools, universities, and online courses. They're each going to get 2 minutes. I have not deeply researched them. This is a gut feeling and a quick reaction to their website. If they are an amazing course with a bad website, I won't know that. I'm going to go by what I see on the website. I had that previously in the reaction streams where I said, gee, this master's degree looks terrible. And people wrote in and said, no, it was amazing. I did it. It's so good. And I said, but the website made it look terrible. And they said, oh yeah, the website is terrible. They have an outside agency doing it. And I was like, but all I can do is go by the website if I'm looking through different courses. So know that I didn't interview any instructors, tutors, mentors, coaches, advisors. I didn't apply to the school. I didn't download their brochure. I didn't have a phone call with them. I didn't speak to anybody who went to the school or graduated. This is just me looking at these websites, using some of my own rules that I just taught you, which means now you can do this yourself. And just me taking a look at this and seeing what my gut feeling is to these courses, which means I'm going to get some of it wrong. There's going to be some times where I think something looks good and it turns out to suck. And there's going to be some times where I think something looks bad and it turns out to be great because I'm going by how the website communicates this. So this is grain of salt stuff. That's my disclaimer. I drew that over here, disclaimer. And I also want to quickly read you a comment we got on a YouTube video, one of the old YouTube videos. Let's see. Somebody left a comment. Now, some of you know that I used to mildly recommend an online bootcamp called UXDI. I even said in my book that it seemed like a good choice if you didn't mind getting an outside mentor because their mentoring isn't very good. And someone left us a comment that I want to take the time to read because I want to give you an example of how the sales pitch and the reality can be very different. So this comment, and this is live on my Phases of Proficiency episode 56, this comment is here. So unless they delete it, it should still be there, and you'll see I'm not making this up. In fact, I can even go back to my screen and you can take a look at it with me. So I hope you are seeing my screen now. Thanks for making this video. I felt alone with the sense that I was over-expecting from my course. I started my UXDI course when this video was published. Shame I only come across it now. 2 months into the course, I felt frustrated and demotivated due to the lack of mentorship and in-depth critique of my work. I even debated if I should ask for my money back and learn somewhere else. But then after sharing my concerns with friends and family, I decided I should do the whole course and judge the results then. By the way, I hear that a lot, and almost everybody still regrets it later. Unfortunately, I finished the course and I feel exactly the same way as in month 2. Trust your gut. I received no critical thinking, mentorship, feedback at all on this course. I did repeatedly ask for critical feedback of my work, but all I got was feedback on the tasks, not the quality of the content of my work's conclusions. I wanted them to question my conclusions and make me think about how else I could make them better, but they avoided that. Feedback was general, never specific to my work content. I've developed critical thinking, but not from this course, from years of working in the design field, but the seed of critical thinking was planted in my brain during my university years, a degree in industrial design, thanks to my tutors then. They gave students tough love feedback and helped us to develop critical thinking. The cost of my university was actually cheaper than the UXDI course, taking inflation into account. I invested my time and money in this UXDI course to gain UX-specific critical thinking. Shame they failed to tell me it is not part of the course when I interviewed the UXDI representative before I committed to the course. The course feedback I received is mostly scripted. I have seen the same lines repeated verbatim to other students on the Slack course channel. I just wished the course supplier was more honest when selling the course, so students like myself can manage their expectations. I know they work for money, not empathy, but still, I would probably have done the course anyway for the structured learning environment. The content is mostly available free online, but time-consuming to gather. But I would have managed my expectations, time, and budget better. Account for further mentorship outside the course. The course felt like a factory to me more than a course. Mentoring was done briefly, fast, and soullessly. My peers and I had to compete for our mentor's time during the monthly webinar. Not ideal. It was a matter of, if you receive feedback at this month's webinar, you should not receive feedback next webinar. My mentor's words. My mentor did not work out of webinar hours. 6 hours per course for all the students, and it's a 6-month course. Many UXDI mentors are more involved. Mine was not. So I wanted to share that with you because, again, what we see sometimes on these websites are not necessarily the reality. There's a quote I want to read you later when we get to a certain one. So I'm going to put 2 minutes on the clock, right? Let's see, countdown on. We're going to spend 2 minutes looking at each of these. Better give myself a shot of Chloraseptic because this is going to be a lot of talking. All right. I hope everybody sees the screen, the live chat, me, and of course, the tip jar. If you end up liking this thing, please subscribe. Press like on YouTube. It always helps. And of course, super chats, super stickers, and the tip jar are, I'm gratefully accepting them, but optional. Kayleen says, yes, we see the screen. Okay, so I'm doing these out of order from when you sent them, so they're not in any particular order. Someone said, please look at IDF and rate it dogs. And remember, our rating scale today is dogs. Now, IDF has courses and they have boot camps. Quick point, I have never taken any of the courses that we're going to talk about today. So I am only looking at them from the perspective of someone looking at a website and trying to figure out if something is good or not. So use the technique that I showed you if you're coming in late. look back at the beginning of this and watch the slide about how to assess courses. Now, on IDF, many of these are taught by different people. So you would have to go into a course and take a look at who's teaching it, put them into LinkedIn, figure out if we like them or not. So who's teaching this? We don't know. Yes, we do. No, this is testimonials. So it looks like we don't know who's teaching this. I would want to know. And in general, I think it's really easy for me to just sum up IDF as follows. From what I've been hearing, IDF has a lot of good quality stuff. This is what I hear, not what I've done. However, I also know that IDF saw that there was a lot of money in design thinking. And so there are a lot of courses here that ultimately are not necessarily teaching human-centered design and human-centered design. They're teaching design thinking. So my current suggestions for anybody using IDF is to please ignore anything that says design thinking, and even some of this emotional design stuff. I'm not sure if it's really applicable at all. But other than that, I've heard mostly good things about IDF courses. Charlene says some IDF courses are not too bad. The boot camps, now go back and watch, what was it, episode 104 when we had Julia DeBari? I can't remember. She extremely temporarily worked on IDF boot camps. So you can see there's intro to design thinking. Who needs that? Get a new job in UX design. Hey, if you know what you're doing, you'll get there. And UX fundamentals. So they're claiming you're going to meet with a mentor. So of course, my question is, who is this person and how much will you meet with them? Download the curriculum, learn the history of UX and design thinking. So again, I feel kind of done with it. Oh, I forgot to start the counter, didn't I? Okay, so we'll start the countdown timing next time. Ralitza says, I agree. Some are okay and others are blah. As soon as I see empathy or design thinking or design sprints or anything that looks like the microscopic almost version of UX, I don't recommend it. If you want to learn CX and UX and you're watching this channel and not some other channel that says you can get a job in UX without any credentials and whoa, just write it. If you're watching this channel, then you probably aren't going to be looking for design thinking. So that's pretty much all I want to say about IDF, is that I hear good things about their courses. I would stay away from the design thinking ones, and just know that because they're taught by different people at different times, some of them are almost 10 years old, some are good and some are bad. Kayleen is repeating my own points back to me. Look for obvious lies and statistical manipulations. So do I think IDF is lying to us anywhere? Here we go. UX is a booming industry with salaries, everybody. So thank you, Kayleen. So this one kind of breaks rule 1, which is, are they trying to tell you you're going to make these salaries? If you live in New York or San Francisco and you are senior level, which is 5 years or more, maybe you can make that. Bridge between education and the first job doesn't exist here. But again, these are online courses, so I don't necessarily expect them to do that. All right, let's move on. And this is the 0 to UX Masterclass. So that should be, the countdown should be started. And this says the ultimate UX research training. Now, of course, I think that's probably Curiosity Tank. I have not found anybody who has taken this course. It seems to be very much about this person. So instead of getting screens about UX research, we're getting this guy. Let's see. Oh, and of course, we could look up this guy on LinkedIn. This would be very easy. He's got his name all over the place here. Lots of pictures of him. So this is really about him. Kevin Liang, I could be pronouncing that wrong, sorry. And he says this is going to be hands-on training with him and all this stuff. Now, again, I don't know this person, and I'm just going, but this looks like a very old-fashioned sales page. This reminds me of how we used to make what was called squeeze pages back in the 2000s, where who's really going to read all of this? And I thought this was very strange. You might have heard me talk about this one before. You want to learn from someone who did it the hard way without a master's degree or PhD. Is he saying that getting a master's or a PhD is the easy way? And does he like to put up comments about how cute he is? So this seems to be very much about him. This doesn't seem very low ego action hero-y. But let's go over to LinkedIn, shall we? And let's look him up if he hasn't blocked me yet. Here he is, same picture. So remember, you don't want someone who did a master's degree, right? What? He has a master's degree? Bentley University. Master's. Okay, that clap means the timer is over. So wait, I want to learn from someone who did it the hard way and not a master's degree, but he did 5 courses of a master's and then dropped out? Dude, I'm not so sure. So we didn't even get the time to really learn too much about exactly what you're going to learn, because this ultimately had a lot of sales pitches, and I don't have a clear idea of exactly what you're going to learn. What will you learn? Collaborating, psychology, winning business strategies, breaking down problems, selecting when to use methods. It's a nice list. But Solomon says, wear a t-shirt and pose in front of a whiteboard with sticky notes on it. Check. Yeah, so I would say hypothetically, the curriculum looks nice. But there's just something about the way this is being sold to me that I don't feel I totally, it's not a match to me. I'm sure it's a match to some people, and I'm sure he'll, this is not a 4-hour BS workshop that costs thousands of dollars. I mean, so it's got this weird built-in grumpiness that I'm not totally digging. So ultimately, I'll give him 2 dogs out of 5. I think it sounds like there could be some good content in here, but personally, and I'm giving you my opinion, I'm so turned off by the way he approaches this. Like, you work in UX and this is your page? Did you research this? So, just strange stuff. It doesn't totally work for me, but I'm sure someone will do it, and maybe it's a good course and maybe it's not. He wants $5,500. I think that's more than twice than Michelle Ronson wants. So, compare and contrast. Irena says he's also a YouTuber. I saw that. And let's just say I did the math on a few things and I wasn't sure it added up. So anyway, I'm going to move on from him. This might need a lot more time to dig into since there's so much content here. But it's not a modern looking website and it seems to be very much about him. So let's move on. Okay, this is, I forgot to do a private browser. Now I'm getting cookie stuff. This is the New School Parsons, and it says it is a certificate program in user-centered design. Let's start the countdown. Countdown on, start countdown. All right, so $3,431. That's a very random number. 6 to 9 weeks. I guess they don't know. Introduction to UX user research methods. Okay, I like the idea that they're going to start with research, learn how to translate raw data into original thinking and apply your ideas to product development. Well, hold on. Isn't research applying your ideas to the product? Hold on, we're just researching, right? Ralitza says he's copying what Sarah Doody advertises with the testimonials. Fundamentals of interaction design, users and products, interaction design principles, concept, UX design for emerging platforms, tablet, smartphone, and emerging platforms. We don't know what that is. Usability testing and evaluation, and UX UI portfolio. Okay, so it doesn't seem to focus on coding or visual design, which feels good to me. They didn't say design thinking, which feels good to me. Let's see if we can figure out who's teaching this. No. Okay, so we'd need to learn a little bit more, but at least they didn't say like, whoa, make a zillion, squillion dollars. Video lectures, interaction with practitioners, online collaboration in small classes, project-based learning. Again, these things, nice to see IXD being written somewhere. So I would have to say I would put it on a short list of possible things. Will it make you job ready? I don't know. I don't know if any of these will make you job ready, but I do think that it sounds interesting. And they didn't say any of the things that usually completely turn me off. All right, we got a round of applause. So this one actually didn't look too bad. I think I'm going to give it 4 dogs out of 5, only because I would put it on a short list and I would want to speak with them, meet some of the teachers, check them on LinkedIn, make sure they're not just visual designers, make sure they really know about research and usability studies and interaction design and things like that. I'm going to give it 4 dogs because I would shortlist it as a possible option. And at $3,400, it's not too bad, but I would want to learn more. So remember, high ratings of dogs doesn't mean I'm definitely going to do it. It would mean hypothetically, I would put this on a short list and look into it more. Okay. So we've now have also from the New School Parsons School of Design, we have a Master's of Fine Arts in Design and Technology. Let's see what this one says it is about. 2-year full-time on campus. So everybody get ready to move to New York City. Tuition and funding. I would have to open that in let's open it in a private tab. Let's see. Tuition and funding unknown. I've got to go to a separate website. No thanks. Curriculum. Contemporary issues. Okay. Career path. Explore community, student work, faculty. No names. So I don't know if that's a general picture of a dude or if that's the actual thing. UI and UX design, that's a little bit of a red flag for me. Their certificate was described better than this. Alumni stories. Okay, we could LinkedIn these people and see what we like about them. But didn't I click? Oh, I thought I clicked on curriculum. Please hold. Career paths, curriculum. Oh, that was alumni, not teachers. Sorry, don't LinkedIn the alumni. They're probably lovely people trying to get a job. Okay, here we go. First year fall, critical computation lab and lecture. Major Studio 1. I don't know what that is. Major Studio 2. I don't know what that is. Collaboration Studio. Do not know. Design for this century. Do not know. Thesis Studio, Collaboration Studio, Thesis Studio. Okay, so this is a giant bucket of unknown. I really don't know what this is. Major Studio 1. And you know what? I kind of feel like I don't want to know. I kind of feel like at this point you lost me. You didn't make this easy for me to figure out what the heck you're teaching here. I have to just keep clicking deeper and deeper and deeper. Solomon says studio, studio, studio. So actually, I think I like their certificate better than their master's degree. So this one was a little bit funky. It had a couple of buzzwords I don't like, and it was hard to get the information I wanted in a short period of time. So I'll give it 1 dog. Ralitza said this curriculum is incomprehensible. Yeah, I wish even just like a 1-sentence preview of what this is about would be great. But again, geez, it's only a design and technology master's. Who would think we would know what to put on the website? All right. So after giving that 1 dog, let's load up our counter. And here we go. We have IDEO doing human-centered service design. And, it wouldn't be that without showing a picture of sticky notes on a wall and a woman who appears to be acting out I don't know what. This is 4 hours a week for 5 weeks for $600. So in a vacuum, the price isn't bad. Service design, delivering great service, build differentiation, loyalty, long-term business. Well, these are outcomes. It's part of their advanced design thinking certificate. So of course, not a great, doesn't work for me. Course themes, empathy, really? Again, I think we have to stop throwing empathy into everything. I can't download the syllabus without giving them my email. Hey, do y'all work in UX or service design? I would just want to see your freaking syllabus. Don't put me on your mailing list. Plus, I live in Europe. GDPR, y'all. Hi, Olivia the dog. You might show up today. You are dog number 4. We had you on the show before. You're dog number 4. So I feel a little bit done with this. Oh, here we go. 3, service surrounds us, qualities of great service, a mentor moment with Ilya, 1 assignment, project challenges. Okay, so you have an assignment that's a project challenge. We don't know what it is. Week 2, expand the journey, make moments real. Yeah, I don't know, not feeling it. Ralitza says, those types of picks remind me of training for Scrum Master and Agile coaches. We use sticky notes. Okay. So I'm going to have to give this a bit of a low score. I love the idea that there's a course on service design, but I don't love that it's going to be entrenched in a whole design thinking blah. I think if you could take a course like this and pull out any design thinking BS. Oh, my counter is not running, is it? My countdown timer. If you could pull out the design thinking BS and just utilize what they teach you about service design, that could be valuable. And at only $600, it's not that bad. I do think customer journey maps are a little bit overrated. So I'm going to give this 2 dogs. I think it's got a little bit of merit, but it probably wouldn't make my short list unless I couldn't find anything else that looked good and I was looking for service design. I hope that helps. Let's get the countdown timer ready. Is it up there? Okay, it's up there now. Charlene says, wow, IDEO. I have a special email for people that ask me my email. Yeah, I know. Total black hole email. More from Parsons. No, we looked at this. Okay, so somebody must have sent me 2 different URLs to the same thing. So we've already looked at this one. Let's go to University UX Plus, whatever this is called. Start the countdown. Countdown's running. Good. Okay, we did look at this one on the reactions, but we're doing them all again here. So be a UX professional in 16 weeks. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It really takes much longer than that. And if you're watching this YouTube channel, you already know that. Pay nothing until you're hired might speak to an ISA, which I think are absolutely evil and should not happen. But let's keep scrolling. All you need to learn UX. Doubt it. But let's see. 16 weeks, 250 hours, and companies that claim they're ready to hire you. So again, that could be that bridge that we talked about. So we would want to talk to these people and see if they're really building that bridge. This is all testimonials. I don't care for them because I tend to not trust testimonials. If you do, you can read through them, but there isn't going to be a bad testimonial there. So, hey, my grandma loved me. So built to set you up for success, learn UX for the real world, finish with a portfolio, land your job. Well, again, I can't tell if that is a promise or what, but it sounds interesting. One-on-one career coaching, you'll have 3 case studies. I can't tell if these are solo projects or not. Apply, not ready. Where's your curriculum? Here we go. Phase 1, UX and the real world, UX research, IA, user flows, wireframing, visual and interaction design, Figma, prototyping and design handoffs. We made fun of handoffs last time. Usability testing, agile process. Phase 2, responsive website design, mobile app design, and design sprint. So that's too bad. So I would say that this one, it's certainly inexpensive, $2,000. This one looks interesting. I can't tell how much, I can't tell how much mentoring you get or from whom. It is Philippines only right now, so that is going to be quite limited. But I would say this one, unfortunately, jumps into design sprints a little bit too soon, but I didn't see a heavy focus on visual design or coding. I didn't see design thinking. So I'm going to give them 2 dogs out of 5 because I think this has the potential in the future to be something almost okay, especially if they get rid of the design sprints, and especially if the foundational courses really do cover foundations correctly. But of course, it's hard for me to tell from just a bulleted list. Okay, moving to the next one, Memorizely. And again, a couple of these we did look at before in our reaction stream, but let's look at them again now so they're all in one place. Memorizely says, learn the skills of a UX UI designer with a microclass around the world. You'll create 3 case studies. Change your life. You know, I tend to not love anything that makes it seem like I'm going to change your life, but you know, who knows? That's a tall promise. Again, look out for statistics like this. Rule 1, right, Kayleen? You know, how many people have gone through this course? 3 people? 100% completion rate? Congratulations. You know, these are vanity metrics that don't mean anything to me. Just because people finished it doesn't mean it was good, doesn't mean they got jobs, doesn't mean they know what they're doing. So to prep, yeah, we looked at this last time. Remember how bad it was? Prep work, meet your classmates in Slack, write Medium articles. So even before you learn, you should be writing Medium articles. No, and absolutely not. Next is going to be design thinking, and of course, design sprint. So if I could give this one 0 dogs, I would, but that's not an option. I'm giving the big nose on my list 1 dog, and a very judgmental dog at that. So I'm going to give this 1 dog out of 5, 0 if I could, because I really don't like anything I'm seeing here. I don't like that they're telling you to write Medium articles. I don't like that we're going to focus on design thinking. I mean, where's the foundations of anything? So no thanks. Charlene says, I don't know why these people want to write Medium articles, because they think that they're going to pretend to be thought leaders, and they think that they're going to publicize the school. I don't have a countdown running. All right. Sorry, everybody. I'll get it right next time. Okay. Here we go. Oh, I did have a countdown running. Okay. Another one that we looked at last time, I can't remember if this was the one that people came to me later and said, this was good, I took it. Oh no, this is the boot camp. No, someone said a master's I didn't like was better than I said it was. And they were like, oh yeah, the website's terrible. And I said, I'm going by the website. So countdown, start countdown. Hopefully that's counting down. This is UCI, UX UI Bootcamp at UCI. Who's UCI? University of California at Irvine. You learn UX in 24 weeks. Among America's top 100 best jobs with projected growth rate. Okay, be careful. High demand, design methodology, user-centric design, design thinking, boo, visual prototyping, wireframing, interface design, storyboarding, visual design theory, web prototyping with HTML5, CSS. Okay. This seems like we're going to learn a little bit of a lot of stuff, and you're probably going to come out thinking you're ready for action, but man, oh man, I'm worried you're going to just know too little about a lot. So I don't have a good feeling about this already. Dynamic curriculum. Yeah, I'm not really, there isn't really anything here that jumps out to me as being a positive. I don't think I would put something like this on a short list. I think it's trying to make you a jack of all unicorns, and that's hard to do over the course of years, let alone 24 weeks. So I would give that a low score, but we have a bonus today, and that's this comment from last time, which was, Debbie, there's actually a pretty big conspiracy regarding the UCI Bootcamp and many others. A lot of the post-grad UX certificates from the different University of Californias and other universities in the US are actually done by a third-party continuing education company called Trilogy Education, meaning they aren't taught by the university faculty, and they also differ a lot. It's extremely scummy, but these universities make a ton of money by partnering with them in our super expensive US university system. The university gets extra cash from questionably qualified bootcamp instructors who we don't know how much experience they have. The student gets the branding of a high-end university on their resume. Some of them are good, but just like regular boot camps, it's purely based on luck of the facility they choose. Calling them out and investigating would make for a good video. It would, but that is not this video. Here we are talking about gut feelings on these things. So of course, 1 dog out of 5 for this one, and especially with the secret behind the scenes information of whoever Trilogy Education is, which sounds like an investigation for another time. All right, next is this one. This was San Jose State, right? San Jose State University, California, Masters of Science in Human Factors and Ergonomics. So let's have a look. This is a master's degree. You are going to learn human factors and ergonomics. Well, that sounds about right. Experiment design for human factors engineering, human factors and ergonomics professional seminar. I don't know what that is. Seminar in human factors, but it's under psychology, so that should be good. Motor learning in kinesiology. I honestly don't know what that is. And human factors experiments and writing, plus electives and your thesis. List of potential electives. So this is a serious master's degree, y'all. I would say, I don't know what it costs, and of course we didn't read this or who's teaching it, but I would say at its core, I would probably shortlist it if I were interested in a master's degree, because as a human factors master's degree, and again, I don't have one, so I don't know if I'm looking for the wrong things here. I'm mostly looking at UX-y stuff. But I would say this could be worth shortlisting to try to learn more if it's a good program. And again, once something's on a short list, I want to talk to the school. I might check LinkedIn for who graduated from here and ask what was good or bad about it. So I think I would give this 4 dogs, and I think I would shortlist it if I were interested in master's degrees and especially human factors. All right, moving on. University of Michigan School of Information, and this is a Master's of Science in Information. Countdown, start countdown. Okay. Hello. User experience, research and design, human-computer interaction, and social computing. Oh, wait, that was too short. Let's try to start that again. Let's give them a little extra time. That didn't seem quite right. Is it running? Let's see. Yeah, okay. Let's try again. So you can see we clicked on this last time. Mastery courses, UX research and design. Contextual inquiry and consulting foundations. And we clicked on this last time too. And we still didn't know what this meant. Programming 1, no, I don't want you to learn programming. Graphic design and visual communications, I kind of don't want you to learn graphic design. Design of complex websites. Introduction to interaction design. Well, if it's an introduction, why is it happening so late? Fundamentals of human behavior, that should go first. I must have said these same things last time. This I feel like I'm repeating myself. So I would have to say, and this might be the one where people said, no, this was great. I loved it. I don't know if anybody loves this or not. I can't remember now. But I think that This looks like it's a little all over the place. Programming and contextual inquiry and graphic design and complex websites. What about simple websites? And these just seem out of order. So I would really have to ask these people a lot of questions if I wanted to feel better about this, but I don't feel good about it. I feel like it's almost boot campy in the amount of stuff it's trying to cover. And for a Master of Science in Information, it really seems all over the place. So I like that they have accessibility, but why is that recommended? That should be required at this point. So I'm gonna not give it a lot of dogs here. I'm not happy with it. Hey, wait a minute. Did we see this guy as a stock photo on another site? Who remembers that? Who remembers what site he was on? This one? No, that's a real person. I feel like I saw that guy. Do you feel like you saw that guy? Oh, I'm all... Was it this one? Anyway, I feel like I've seen that stock photo before, but let's go through it. Someone in LinkedIn says, well, they never said that's the order. Well, then put the order on the website the way you intended it. I can only go by what I see on here. So again, maybe that one's better than their website says, but I don't like that the curriculum doesn't seem as focused on UX and HCI as I would prefer. There you go. All right, let's start a fresh countdown. Here we go. Is my countdown working? Yes, it's working. Okay, here we go. So back to here, this is Collab. Apply for the upcoming cohort, get matched with a team, and ship an MVP. Okay, so are you learning anything, or is this just like design practice? 4 teammates, 3 disciplines, 2 mentors, 1 product. Our program is for beginners, bootcamp grads, career switchers, self-taught. Learn by doing. Program tracks, product management, product design, software development. We would want product design. Choose the right design processes to solve a real problem on a team in 7 weeks. People who work in UX, how often do you get 7 weeks to do something? Testimonials, pass. Real user research, test and iterate, design handoffs, ask questions. Okay, industry leaders. Now, I don't know who any of these people are. They might be leaders. I would put all of them into LinkedIn, and I would see how much experience they actually have doing whatever they do, if these are going to be your mentors. So you want to make sure that if you want to be mentored in research, that the mentor you get has years of research. Oh, Wilson says, oh, it's Miguel. I guess someone knows Miguel. I do not. So let's see. 7-week program. Meet your product manager. Start planning your user research plan. Meet the entire team. Discuss the technical feasibility of your designs. Wait a minute. Week 1 was plan your research. Week 2 is discuss the technical feasibility of your designs. No, not applause. How did we decide what our designs were? Did we do the research? And then it sounds like a lot of the UX work is going to be done as a group. So I don't know. Kayleen said, can we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps on one of the camps? I don't know, Kayleen, because very often they don't even list all these things here. It's so hard for me to find curriculum details, instructors, mentors. I'm not even sure we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from the start of our show. You're right. It would be great to show that, but I'm not sure we're going to get that from anybody. I'm going to give this 1 dog because it sounds like you do a little planning and then you just guess at designs and then you make designs with everybody all together, which might be how some people work, but that's not the best way to work. This is a pop-up. Here we are. UMO Design School. And it's giving me a pop-up, so that's already a red flag. Let's give it a 2-minute countdown. No thanks. UMO Design School. Okay, Excel. UMO Design School, UXO certification. UMO Certified UX Product Designer 24 weeks. Certification in Design Essentials, plus certification in UX Foundation, user research, UI and visual design, and design leadership. Seems a little early for you to be a design leader, and I know I said that last time. So their goal is to make you a full stack designer. That's what this says here. So that's going to be UX, UI, possibly coding. Foundations in UX, no more. Let's see what they think the foundations of UX are. Foundation program outcomes, learning model, foundation, design essentials, foundation, and portfolio. Seems a little early to talk about your portfolio. I'm still trying to learn the foundations. Okay, evidently the foundations are empathy, purpose-driven thinking, and design thinking. Boo. I think we're done here. I don't know what this costs, but this doesn't seem to be strong, in my opinion. Solomon says, it's a wonder if ATS system used by companies will dismiss applicants that are missing design thinking and empathy from their resume. Who knows? Always possible. I would give this one dog for its reliance on empathy and design thinking. Certification in design thinking. Well, that's not what I was looking for. I thought I was looking at the certificate in user experience design. These should be two separate things. All right. All right. Next, we've got, start the countdown. This is Growth Tribe UX Design Immersive Course. Includes personal coaching. 2,750 euros, which at about $1.21 is 5, 4, I can't do math in my head today. I'm too sleepy. I don't know, 3,300 American dollars, maybe a little more. Download brochure. Will it let me or will it want my email? What do you think? Oh, wah, wah, wah. So we're not going to download their brochure. Why take our UX? Okay. Oh, we saw this one. Potential increase in conversion rate. Great. Okay, but what am I going to do about that? ROI, customers, business leaders, own the end-to-end process, master practical skills, think like your customers, shape your career. Can't download the brochure. Leading experts, such as, here's people who liked us. Here's what your course will cover. Intro to design thinking. Boo. Boo, 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 boo. Irena says, I hope you find some good courses because I want to see cute dogs. My dogs have their own Instagram channel, everybody. If you want to see more of my dogs, you can go to Instagram, Canetti Perfetti, which is CANETTIPERFETTI. That's F like Frank. Yeah, so I feel a little bit done with this one. I don't like that we jumped right into design thinking. I don't think that's user-centered design or human-centered design. And then they try to teach you, yeah, you're going to do research. Well, pick one. Are you doing design thinking or research? Solomon says design thinking must be the new black. Sure is. Charlene says, I follow those cute doggies. They are. They're super cute. Let's see. We still have more, everybody. We have like 8 more, so we're going to run late today. So very quickly, as soon as you say design thinking, you get one dog. That is not going to be UX. It's not going to be user-centered design, human-centered design, HCI. It's just not. And I think you're overpaying to learn design thinking. You can get like a $20 book. Okay, Bentley University. Hey, that's where Mr. He's going to teach you research went and then I guess dropped out, got kicked out. We don't know. Dropped out. Let's assume for the best. Countdown, start. All right, view events, no. Apply today, ask admissions, no. Come on, this is UX. You're supposed to know what I need. An app to help hospitalized kids overcome isolation. Just tell me what you freaking do. Bill Gribbins. All right, Bill Gribbins. That's a nice picture. Waltham, Massachusetts. Lovely place. Professor, instructor, Bentley. Okay, look, I can only go by what you write on your LinkedIn. I cannot make any assumptions. But as far as I can tell, you got the degree, and then you started teaching. Well, no, first you were teaching, then you got the degree. No, wait, hold on. You were teaching at Uni of Maryland, then you were teaching, then you got a degree, then you kept teaching. Where's the work experience? Where's you doing this in the real world and not just teaching it? I want to see you doing it. Are you doing it? Someone tell me he's doing it. I want to believe he's doing it. Bill. So, let's see. Master UX research methods, including ethnography, research interviews, survey design, and usability testing. Sounds good. They're using some good keywords I like to see. Learn more about human behavior. Yes. Become adept at moving from there. He hasn't said design thinking. This feels good. Career outcomes, classroom experience, learning centers. Now, I would want to see like a little bit more. Well, I mean, these are unimportant. Doesn't matter how old people are, really. Okay, so ultimately, even though Bill looks like he might be doing a lot of universitying, and I wish I'd seen more working from him. Maybe he's done work and he didn't include it for whatever reason. Doesn't look like he's exactly keeping his LinkedIn up to date. And so Bill, update your LinkedIn. We want to believe in you. But all in all, I really like a lot of what they're saying about what's in their course. I'm definitely going to give it 4 dogs because I think that this would make my short list. I would like to learn more. And I would like to see a little bit more about who's teaching it and how. I love that they're going to have a course just on information architecture, even though it's an elective. I wish everyone had to do it. It looks like there's 4 courses and then you have to pick 5 electives. So hopefully you would be picking things like ethnography, field methods, information architecture, things you can't easily learn anywhere else. So there you go. Charlene says, I attended an event hosted by them where Stephanie spoke about bias. Yay, Stephanie. Okay, so 4 dogs for these guys. This looks pretty good. Experience house. I have to say that Germanically. Your future starts here. I don't know. Real projects, real clients, real career change. Welcome to Experience House. Okay, so I still don't know what you do. UX and UI design online. Let's see. They also have service design. Okay, well, 1,100, 990, 110 now, the rest later, pay now, save 10%. My brain's a little overwhelmed with all these numbers, and I still don't know what this is. They're leading with the price, and I still don't know what this is. So I think they're making some UX mistakes. Live online workshops, experience mapping workshop. You view our syllabus. Okay, are they going to take my email? What do you think? And no, they actually took me to a syllabus. Good job. Marketing, 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 marketing. 4 user interviews? That's it? You're only going to talk to 4 people? That's too little. Do-dat, 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 do-do. Design thinking, week 1, design thinking. Here's where they compare themselves to other schools and claim that they are better. They're certainly cheaper, but boo, and etc. So coming back here, design thinking. It's right on the first page. So I would have to say, once I see that, I don't have a lot of faith in what else this is going to do. It looks like there's a heavy focus on workshops, since this says live online workshops and shows workshops. So I think this is going to be workshopping and design thinking. I don't think any of us need to do that. In fact, I've just written a Medium article about why we need to get away from that, and I will be doing that, I think, 2 weeks, either next week or the week after. That'll be our podcast. So I don't like that this is design thinking. I don't like the way they've designed their own website to lead with price and not what you're even doing. So I'm going to give them 1 dog and 1 highly judgmental dog. Okay, the School of Design, which somehow decided their icon was Microsoft Excel. The School of the Ex-people of design. Does that mean they no longer work in design? They're former design workers? Learn product strategy and design and UX. Hear it from them. No, not going to watch videos. No. Hands-on learning experience, offline boot camp, real challenges, design sprints, boo. And design sprints here, boo. Boo. Design sprints, business model canvas, which everybody knows was then adapted to the Lean UX canvas. Design sprints, remote design sprints. What will you get out of this? Probably design sprints. So as far as I can tell, this is a design sprint school. I don't see anything that says user experience, research, Gestalt principles of perception, human factors. I'm not seeing it. So I'm going to have to give them 1 dog for just being a design sprint school. You can read the book Sprint if you want. Charlene says, curious question about university master's course. To teach a master's course in university, you have to get a PhD. Only then are you allowed to teach a course or be a course leader. And a lot of people do masters and then get into PhD and start teaching as an assistant and grow in academics. Yes, Charlene, where are you going with this? But again, you have to have a master's or a PhD to teach in a university, not in a boot camp or a made-up school or a webinar or what a lot of these things are. How do just them? I think you might want to retype that, Charlene, sorry. Let's look at UX UI expert. Transition from graphic design to UX. Oop, that was a little fast. Let's try it again. Oh, Charlene, Kayleen thinks Charlene is saying some professors have no work experience. That's true. I said that at the beginning of the show, that sometimes I look at a professor on LinkedIn and they have no work experience, as we just did together, or they have 2 years. And it just makes me think like, I don't feel good about it. Let's try to start the counter again. So it looks like whatever this is some sort of 6-month program, maybe aimed at graphic designers transitioning to UX. So I would hope that they're not going to focus on visual design because you're already a visual designer. Hey, who has seen this face on LinkedIn? I have. He was a stock photo who was used and someone had written next to it, he has dyslexia. And so hi, stock photo guy. So these are not even real students or professors. These are stock photos I've seen before. But they went for the ethnic kaleidoscopic groove, as someone I used to know used to say. This looks pretty, but is it functional? Why transition to UX? Salary aside. Okay. Meet your mentors. Colton and Ludovic. Can I click on them and see their LinkedIns? No. And I don't have their last name, which means I can't check them out on LinkedIn. So they're unknown. Okay, so guys, we are so far down this page and we still don't even know what they're teaching. So I feel like this is not a well-designed site unless you want sales pitch sizzle and you don't want to know what you're actually going to learn. They just keep saying, tired of subjectivity. Are you tired of subjectivity? What? Intros and mastering the mental game. What? Cosa? Secret sauce to be motivated? Wait a minute. I thought this was about transitioning from graphic design to UX. Now it sounds like we're just going to hug each other and fall backwards out of trees. Communicating design decisions. How? We haven't even done a design yet. How are you going to teach people to communicate their decision when with 10,000 few would have few I can't even talk anymore. Identifying and framing the problem. Research plan and interviews. Analyzing data and creating personas. Oh, then things. I'm having a little bit of trouble judging this one. There's a lot that seems to be going wrong here. I like that it's not about graphic design and coding, but they assume you're already a graphic designer. They keep telling you it's kick-ass, 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 but it's hard for me to judge who any of these people are. Peer-to-peer feedback session. Oh, crap. All right, one dog it is. Moving on. Mento. So a bunch of you sent me Mento because they posted on LinkedIn, and I had replied under their post, and I said, I can't judge you unless you list your curriculum, and they said, we'll put it up at some point. So let's run the countdown and see if Mento has decided to list their curriculum. Optimal curriculum. Okay, so they're really, really plugging who they are. And as far as I can tell, people like them. Personalized mentorship, I hope so. But remember, every school is promising that even when you're not getting it, even when you're getting once a month. So not one size fits all. Tailor assignments and journey to your level. Okay, that sounds interesting. Intro to design. Oh, they put up some curriculum. Look at this. Intro to design curriculum. It's on Notion. Can I change it? Journey to design. The design process. So again, I wish I knew which process they're going to teach. I don't know if that's user-centered design. How people think and see, design research, product thinking. Hard to know what that is. Design tools, interaction design, prototyping, user testing, presenting your work. Part 2, visual design, user testing, data-informed design, presenting your work. Part 3, ethics, future, show your work, interviews, careers. Maybe. I don't see too many things I hate here, but I'm having a hard time understanding what really happens. And they keep saying that it's going to be tailored to you and tailored to you and tailored to you, but I don't really have a sense of what that is or what that means. Does that mean I'm not in a group learning with other people and it's just me and Radu or whatever that guy's name is, just working together? One-on-one coaching? I don't know. Then there's journey to design. Oh, it says the same. What's the difference? Oh, they have a bad link. So intro to design and journey to design have the same bad link. This is $1,000 per month. And it's 6 months. So that's $6,000. I don't have a good sense of it. He is Radu. So I don't have a good sense of what's going on here. I'm curious, but I don't have a good sense of what's going on here. So I think they've done a good job making me curious, and I think they've said some things that stand out from other schools, but I'm definitely lacking information here. I'll give this one 3 dogs. I think it's got potential. I know it's very new and they're just starting it. I think it has potential. I don't know if I would shortlist it because I kind of can't tell what's going on here, and I have to decide how many people do I want to put on my short list and contact. Peaches, I was going to message you on LinkedIn, and then I forgot your real first name, and I couldn't find you. You don't have to write it here. But Peaches, I was thinking of you, and I wanted to ask you how your job's been going. So please send me a LinkedIn note because I've been thinking about you, and I was like, Oh my God, I forgot her real name. Now I can't find her and write to her. So we'll give this one 3 dogs. I think it's got potential, but I think they need to clear this up a little bit. We've got 3 more, so we're going to run late today. This is Udacity. Become a UX designer. Okay, I hope the countdown is running. Yes, good. Okay, good. And Madalina's here. It's mental that most of these bootcamp websites must have little research feedback from potential attendees. Yeah, exactly. They haven't even done the research to see, like, what do people need to know? What is their decision-making process? UX designer. UX fundamentals and research. Okay. Low fidelity prototyping. Okay. High fidelity prototyping. Okay. And a capstone project. Well, that went by fast. Hey, do I get any mentoring? Technical mentor support. No, usually that means if the online course is broken, they'll help you. Technical mentor support. They will keep you motivated and answer some questions. So I'm going to go with no mentoring here. So that's low on my list. I don't have a good sense of what the curriculum is. They are breaking rule 1 with the whole, promising jobs, high salaries, lots of job openings, and likely to lead to a promotion. Oh my God, ask me, Darren, and Nick about promotions. We've never had one. I think between the 3 of us, we've had 1 promotion. And Darren got it. So I have to say, I'm not really sold on this. I don't think they're giving me enough information for me to fall in love with it. I don't get the feeling you're going to get the mentoring and coaching that you should get. I also don't see the price. So maybe it's part of the Udacity membership, but again, it's not clear. Oh, here we go. Price. Pay monthly. Well, then that's 30 days free, 0 for the first month, then 359 euros per month until you graduate or cancel. I don't know, that seems like a lot. I also don't know how many months, on average, students take 3 months to, so that's over 1,000 euros. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really feeling this one. I'm going to give it 1 dog. Sorry, everybody. Okay, someone sent me CalArts Coursera. Now, I know over an hour into this, you're asking, what about Google, Deb? Where's the Google UX course? Well, funny you should ask. We're going to do an entire show about the Google UX course on Monday, June, I think it's 7th. It's going to be a panel discussion with 3 special guests who have taken some or all of the thing. So, sorry, the neighbor's dog's freaking out. Yeah. So we are not going to cover Google UX today. We're going to do a special show just for that. So this is Coursera. Now, I've been told that Coursera does the peer-to-peer feedback model for everything, that the people grading your assignments are your peers, other people, newbies, taking the course, and that you do not get mentoring, you do not get coaching, and you do not get real feedback. So honestly, just for me, that gets 1 dog already. I think if you're going to take a course, especially in the practice of UX design or practice of UX research, you really want to be able to get that mentoring and feedback. Take a look at your instructors. Graphic design. So I would have to look them up on LinkedIn, but my gut here, based on what they've written here, because I would love for this to say 15 years working in UX, it says graphic design. So my gut feeling is graphic designers teaching UX. Visual elements of, so again, course 1 is visual design. And the word accessibility is not anywhere here. So CalArts. Didn't Disney create CalArts? CalArts is supposed to be better. CalArts is going to teach you visual design and not even tell you about accessibility. Boo. UX design fundamentals. ideation, site mapping, prototyping. So there's no research. This really just is site map and wireframe. So I'm going to have to give this one dog. I certainly don't like the whole MOOC thing with the peer-to-peer feedback. You need so much more than that to get good at this. Those of you who have started apprenticing with me can please write something in the chat room about how important it can be to have someone really looking at your work and giving you one-to-one feedback. Ralitza says, you do learn how to make a research plan, which is really good. It's a decent approach. They tell you do's and don'ts, but then you pick a project, then you've pre-made. After research, they use some analysis. Everything builds up. Anyway, someone wants to message me. Which course is this, Ralitza? Is this CalArts Udacity or is this something else? 25% started a new career after completing this specialization. Oh well. Yeah. All right, let's move on. We got one more. We looked at this one last time. I do not want to give you cookies. I'm an international student. Oh. Sure. Okay. Australia, $41,000. Let's start the countdown. I think that's 30-something thousand American. I don't know if you can even take it if you're from somewhere else, but we'll see. Okay, so this, by the way, is a master's degree. Masters of Design, Innovation, and Technology from a university in Melbourne, Australia. It says city campus, so I don't know if it is online or if you have to live in Melbourne, Australia. You must have completed an Australian bachelor's degree or have work experience. Prerequisites, pathway options. Where's the freaking courses, people? Do people see this? Design studios. It's so funny because Don Norman put out that paper that said that the design studio method of learning doesn't work. You have to be in Australia, Charlene says. Okay, but even if you're in Australia, is this a good program or not? Prerequisites. So where's like course, curriculum, fees? Where do I find what they're teaching or who's teaching it? Details? Oh no, that was here. Oh gosh, that's an anchor link. Ooh. Well, look, if you are working in CX or UX, you know that your goal is to make it easy for me to find out what I'm here to find out. We talk so much on this channel about tasks, task analysis, optimizing tasks, designing for tasks, personas with tasks. Tasks. What is my task? Learn if this sounds like a good course or program so that I can put it on my short list or not. I want to believe that a university has good information, but I'm not finding this. Electives and program structure. Oh, good God. We found it. Are they going to teach heuristics and then run that on their own site? Each semester, you'll choose from a range of partner design projects and elective offerings. Look, this sounds cool, but it doesn't sound like human-centered design or user-centered design. I kind of don't get this. It sounds like if you really wanted to take a kooky, interesting alternative degree and think about all these things, it would be cool. I'll give it a 2 dogs for coolness, but I kind of can't tell what's going on here. I'm a little bit lost. I can't tell what you're going to learn with who, and if there's any coursework, or if you just get thrown onto a project and you're just guessing, you're just going to start guessing about sound-based explorations across virtual, urban, and natural environments. That almost sounds like Solution Safari. Meow, meow, meow. So Yeah, I don't think this is necessarily a UX course. You're saying that in the chat. So, yeah, not loving it. So, let's wrap up. What was everybody's favorite? What did you think was the course that sounded like the best one or the most interesting? And for those who like to see all the dogs, they look like this. Romeo, Teseo, Pisalo, Olivia, and Diana. Available for free on Instagram, but you can't have them. So, Charlene says Bentley. Yeah, Bentley was interesting for sure. Kayleen says, I will look into the Parsons UCD certificate since TNS is my alma mater. Cool. Yeah, the Parsons UCD certificate looked interesting. Again, can't say if it's good or bad, but start doing your research. Check all of the steps I talked about at the beginning. Find some people on LinkedIn who did it. Ask them privately how it was. Don't post publicly. Ask them privately. Denise says, oh my God, love all them doggos. Thank you. Please follow them on Instagram. Was the best so far Gore Masters? Gore Masters University? Who's Gore? Kayleen says, I have an embarrassing habit of meowing back reflexively. I can't hear you, but I believe you. Elijah says, my favorite was Debbie's course. What do you mean, like my first slide where I read my notes about my slide? I don't have a course. Oh, unless you're talking about my HR training, of course. That is deltacx.link/HR training. Send that every time you get a stupid job from a recruiter or somebody, send them that so they can make our jobs better, damn it. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. Join here on the YouTube channel. We're coming up on 2,000 subscribers, and I'm really excited to hit 2,000 for no other reason than it's a cool looking number. And we're going to celebrate by having a special guest during office hours in June, my boyfriend. We're going to do Ask Deb and Deb's boyfriend anything. And usually people ask him comedy questions. Let's see. Oh, Debbie, your podcast is a curriculum in and of itself. Okay, thanks. I'm hoping. Chang says, Debbie and everyone, are there any schools in Europe offering good UX programs? Not that I've seen yet. You know, if everybody wants to start sending me more of these, we could always do another one, but I'd rather do a long one with a lot of them than a bunch of short ones in the Friday reaction stream. So you can send it to reaction, and if it's a boot camp, online course, or university degree, I'll save it for a big one. Sorry, I'm having spring allergies. I was watching one of my videos from last year, and I said, it's June 1st, and my spring allergies are killing me, and then I'm like, damn it. Yeah, so remember, when you're looking at these courses, try to use some of my tips from the beginning of this stream. If you missed the beginning, please go back and look at my tips for how to assess any bootcamp, online course, webinar, program, degree. I think really the tips that I gave you apply to everything, and you almost don't have to ask me what I think. You can just apply my little paradigm and see what you think based on using those things. And we can have a look with Debbie and see if they're worth it. Or again, use my paradigm and decide for yourself. I know you guys can figure this out. Let me just tell you quickly what's coming up on the show, because I have much fewer things planned than when we were drowning in micro lessons. And let's see, today is Monday, May 10th. Tomorrow is Office Hours Ask Us Anything with Dr. Nick and Darren. So come tomorrow for the extra long office hours. Wednesday is our Slack monthly networking. I think last time we only had a couple of people show up. So come on, y'all. Don't you want to meet humans? That's Wednesday the 12th. So if you've joined our Slack channel, that's free to you. Our Slack channel is also free. So this is free on top of free. Friday will be our reaction stream. I've got plenty of stuff queued up for that. Y'all are sending me weird things, but there won't be boot camps. Monday the 17th, I'm going to do a podcast version of my Future of UX article that you may have seen on Medium or going around LinkedIn. So I'm going to read that and take questions. and because it's a long read and I want to talk about it with everybody. Tuesday the 18th will be double office hours, early ones 10 a.m. Italy time for those in time zones east of me, and then the normal one as well. Let's see. Thursday, May 20th is supposed to be a subscriber-only YouTube stream. I want to start doing those for the people paying for the higher level, but I don't know what to stream about. Can y'all who are paying for the higher level send me a note on Slack and tell me what you'd like your extra super subscriber-only stream to be? Because I don't know what to do for you. I don't know if an extra office hours helps. I don't know if there's a topic you want me to do, but I don't even know what to do, but I'd like to give you something for your subscription other than fun emoji. Friday the 21st, reactions. Monday the 24th, I'm going to read you my new article on how to fix UX evangelism and how to undo what's undoing UX. That is a very long article, and we're going to read it and discuss it because it needs to be said out loud and talked about. It grew out of people saying to me, oh my God, I think design thinking and design sprints are not working at my company. I think they're hurting UX. I think I agree with you. How do I stop doing them? Oh, I don't know what happened here, but thank you. Oh, Kayleen, thank you so much. So yes, now you have voting power if you bought mid-level Action Hero. So that article came from that. That's what we'll talk about. I'm already planning some things for June. Also, the May giveaway. Let's remind everybody, enter once, please. Giveaway, deltacx.link/giveaway. The giveaway this month will be, I will buy you the information architecture book from Amazon, Kindle or print. So you just have to live where Amazon can ship or where Amazon does Kindle. And if you win, I'm buying you the information architecture book. You better read it. Peaches says, ooh, can't wait to read that. Yes, if you really can't wait, please buy it and start reading it. But if you can wait, then on June 1st, I will draw a winner and I will contact you. But I'll allow people to enter all month, and then we'll draw a winner at the end. Please only enter once. Oh, Elijah says, should have had you go through Michelle's Curiosity Tank course to show what a good course looks like. That is true. My boyfriend sat in on the Curiosity Tank courses and he liked them a lot. I've heard mostly good things about them. I think they're fairly priced. So I would say they would right now get my 5 dogs out of 5. Curiosity Tank is definitely worth looking more into and get it on your short list. # not sponsored. I make no money from saying that. She said, I'll give you $50 every time you send somebody. And I said, don't give it to me, give it to them. So if you say Delta CX to Michelle, she'll take $50 off. It's not a huge amount given how expensive the courses are, but hey, every little bit helps. Question is, how do I join Slack? Like everything else, it's deltacx.link/join Slack. And that is a direct link to, we have Happy Cat Meow Meow. Meow Meow is a reference, of course, to episode, 108? What isn't design thinking? Meow Meow Meow. Design thinking. So yeah, the Slack is free to join. We have over 600 people, though I'd say maybe 30 to 50 are active. Everybody else is lurking, or they'll come back when they need something. So come join in. It's totally free. Elijah says, great book, still working through it. Yes, I finally convinced my boyfriend to start reading it. Bye, everybody. Sorry we ran late. Sorry this was a long one, but I thought it was really important to just take a look at all of these boot camps and courses and other things and just talk about how we can assess them, which ones look interesting to me. But that, again, your opinion might vary. Someone else's opinion might vary. Sometimes we get boot camp mentors dropping by in the audience and they go, hey, you didn't like the boot camp, or I'm a mentor. And I'm like, yeah, but you might be the only good thing about the boot camp. So meow, meow. Peaches, don't forget to write me and tell me how you are. Okay, I'm going to play us out of here, everybody. Have a good week. Stay safe, wear 13 masks, and I will see you tomorrow for Office Hours 3 Musketeers version. Bye.
Delta CX, available for CX and UX consulting, projects, and training. Contact us for a free consultation.